Welcome back, everyone. It's Charlie. This will be my Daredevil Born Again Season 2 trailer from New York Comic Con. There's a whole bunch of brand new footage, Easter eggs, characters coming back, like first look at Jessica Jones, live on screen, coming back. Mike Coulter was also at New York Comic Con. He doesn't appear during the trailer, but he was talking about coming back during Daredevil Born Again Season 2, so it does sound like he's also back. So we're getting a lot of Defenders coming back, in addition to the Punisher from Season 1, who will return at some point during Season 2 as well. A lot of you also asking about Foggy Nelson. Is he coming back during Season 2? Is he secretly alive? Well, as you could see, he was taking pictures with all the other Defenders characters, so he will be back during Season 2, but also in a twisty kind of way. At the panel, they also talked about how this crosses over and meets up with the timeline of Spider-Man Brand New Day. So part of the idea is that Daredevil Born Again Season 2 takes place right before the events of Spider-Man Brand New Day. It kind of sounds like John Bernthal's Punisher is the guy that ties the timeline together between all the shows in the movies next year. So they also made it seem like the Punisher special presentation might be released in May, but also before Spider-Man Brand New Day. Pretty much the only character that didn't get referenced in this new trailer footage or at the panel in a big way was Finn Jones' Iron Fist. So big question mark as to what happens with him, but we actually did find out that they've already renewed the show for Season 3, and they're bringing Elektra back from the Netflix series for Season 3. They're probably going to do something with the Hand, it sounds like, so the Hand is also coming back as an organization, and it also sounds like if Finn Jones' Iron Fist is also coming back, he would also be a Season 3 character to come back, but the whole idea is that this Mayor Kingpin arc that they set up in Season 1 will resolve itself by the end of Season 2. So Season 3 of Daredevil Born Again will be some completely new arc that they set up. As you probably noticed from the potato quality Daredevil Born Again Season 2 trailer here that was posted online, thank you to whoever recorded this. It was actually released online or leaked online by Jessica Jones herself, Kristen Ritter. That is correct. Jessica Jones leaked the Daredevil Born Again Season 2 trailer, doing God's work. Thank you very much. Really, she just reposted a fan's recording, like a fan posted it, then she reposted that post on her Instagram. So she herself didn't originate this actual video. But you can now induct Jessica Jones to the Spoiler Bros. Jessica Jones is a spoiler bro. Mark Ruffalo would be proud. She's not at Mark Ruffalo levels yet, like streaming the entirety of Episode 1 just randomly before it actually comes out. That would be Mark Ruffalo peak Spoiler Bros moment.
Over-medicated.
What we'll do is just start at the beginning of the trailer and work our way through shot by shot, talking about Easter eggs, WTF moments. Obviously, the first footage of Jessica Jones just absolutely wrecking people and making fun of Matt Murdock. It would not be Daredevil if Jessica Jones weren't showing up making fun of him. They start the footage with Fisk inside his office, his mayor's office, laughing. Then there's somebody impersonating Mayor Fisk, wearing an outfit and a mask to make themselves look like him, but it's not him, posting online. It sounds like this is some anti-Fisk campaign. Maybe this has some connection with Matthew Lillard's Mr. Charles character that he's playing from the comics. We actually see him later in the trailer. I'll talk about him in a second. There's a brief scene where you see the anti-vigilante task force, like the Punisher task force, gunning people down the streets with one of their tanks in the streets. This is actually Matthew Lillard's Mr. Charles character. He is based on the comics, but he only appeared very briefly in the comics. He actually just did an interview about his character, and this is what he said. He's an international power player, an antagonistic force working against Mayor Fisk. So it's not so much that he's teaming up with Daredevil, it's that he hates Mayor Fisk. So it's just like another force that acts in the season that also has a lot of money behind him. Then the head of Marvel TV said, the story is about power of Season 2. When Wilson Fisk takes over New York, not just as a mayor, but as a king in a way, it puts him in a new class of power players on the international stage. Matthew Lillard's character represents that. So he's a bit of the new antagonist on the field, but he's as influential in many ways as Fisk is. So he's meant to be as powerful as Wilson Fisk is internationally. That power negotiation at a very high level of politics and international diplomacy is also fun to watch. He is dealing with Mr. Charles up here and Daredevil down here for different reasons like ground level stuff, Daredevil Born Again. Andy says Wilson Fisk is getting squeezed a little bit, like pincer attack from two different types of forces, like getting attacked by Daredevil and his army that he's putting together, the people on the streets, and then also Mr. Charles' character at like the very high level operating. Matthew Lillard's Mr. Charles character only appeared in the comics once in AAFES number 15 in 2013, but he was part of the Roxxon Corporation. Maybe he'll be part of Roxxon during Daredevil Born Again Season 2, because they do exist in the MCU. We actually just saw them more recently during the Echo series when she stopped at one of their gas stations. They're a natural resource company that are actually led by the Minotaur. The whole idea the head of their company is basically a Thor character from the comics that actually does have powers. Then this person in the nice clothes with the gloves and the hood putting up the missing Matt Murdock poster might be Heather Glenn, just based on the nice outfit that they're wearing. Based on the way they ended season 1, it seemed like she'd been full Wilson Fisk pilled and had joined his administration and was going to be on his team, at least at the beginning of the season. Looks like there's a brief scene of Daredevil in his normal suit outfit screaming in the streets at night. Maybe he's been in a fight recently, but he's not in one of his suits. He's in his normal clothes. Then they finally show the first footage of Jessica Jones. Everybody went crazy when they actually showed this. So she walks into the church where he's sitting. Notice he's in his regular clothes. He's in a pew. He looks all dejected, like this is right after the moment of him in the street. Maybe he's been in a fight. Things have not gone well, so he's pissed off. But she walks in and, just like Jessica Jones does in their previous crossovers, says something real snarky, making fun of him.
The scarf looked better. Nice ears.
They're horns.
You also notice the lighting all around them is Daredevil red. Then there's another totally different scene, different episode with him in his black suit fighting the anti-vigilante task force, the Punisher cops, basically. There's a very brief shot of Bullseye with a bloody face smiling. I think this is meant to be a callback to him smiling with a tooth in his mouth when he escaped from prison during season 1. But notice he's wearing his new Bullseye outfit from the comics too. Daredevil reaches out, grabs someone's hand, and helps them stand up. Not clear who he's actually helping stand up, though. Then there's Matt and Karen walking through tunnels here. There's a lot of footage of them, people wondering, like, what's the state of Matt and Karen? It does seem like they are back together for a lot of Season 2 scenes. Not totally clear what's going on here, but it seems like Wilson Fisk's men maybe are going after somebody in the nearby suburbs of New York. There's a brief scene of Kingpin in his white outfit in his office talking to Michael Gandolfini's character sitting at his desk. Notice how you see him reach out and grab him on the shoulder like he's giving him a talking to when I was a boy, because he views his character as a version of himself when he was younger, like he thinks of him like he does himself. This is part of the reason why he took him under his wing during season 1. So part of the idea is he's meant to be this normal kid who's not that bad, who sort of falls in with Wilson Fisk, and Wilson Fisk, just his overall sinister nature, to make a Spider-Man pun, twists Michael Gandolfini's character more and more evil, driving him to darkness. Then there's a much larger fight scene with Jessica Jones just absolutely wrecking people. She rips the door off its hinges and then bashes some of these anti-vigilante task force people with the actual door itself. It just throws them around like pieces of candy. Kristen Ritter actually said that she gets a couple good fight scenes during the season. This is actually Buck Cashman, Kingpin's second-in-command, very, very evil, sinister-looking person with a sinister look on his face, looking at Michael Gandolfini's character, who opens the trunk of a car, not sure what's in the trunk. This feels like very Pulp Fiction kind of moment. What's inside the briefcase? Is there a body inside that trunk? There were a couple other scenes in the trailer that did not leak online. So there was footage of Matt and Karen inside the apartment wherever they're staying together, dancing. They're about to kiss, like they're actually slowly kind of getting back together, but he hears a loud noise, so it stops short before they actually get to kiss. So it does sound like they'll actually be back together. There's footage of them walking around outside, looking like they're trying to be incognito with her in the red wig during the daylight. There was another scene of Dex having a milkshake at a diner with whipped cream and a cherry on top, and he winks at someone. He's by himself, though. Not totally clear who's giving him his orders, probably Vanessa and Kingpin, just because Vanessa was behind him during season 1. There was a little bit of footage of Fisk training in boxing. We actually saw some footage of them as they were filming season 2 at Fogwell's gym. Maybe they'll give us that comic book moment where Fisk and Daredevil actually do have a boxing match, so to speak. There was a little bit of footage of Daredevil fighting at Josie's bar in his black suit with the double D's on it. He also talked about that too. Like, he actually said that he hoped that he got paparazzi'd when he found out he was going to be wearing the double D's on the black suit. Like, please, people, take videos and pictures of me, which they did. That was the only footage that actually made it online. If there's more in the next couple of months, of course I'll do videos for it, but because the series isn't coming out till like mid or maybe late March, we probably won't get an official shiny HD version of the trailer till like the very end of this year or early next year, because Wonder Man is coming in January, that series. That's probably when we'll start seeing more Daredevil Born Again Season 2 trailers, because they'll just use those episodes to promote the next big series, which will be Daredevil Born Again. They've currently not said how many seasons of Daredevil Born Again they plan on doing, but I think they would try to continue it at least through Season 4 or Season 5 if everything goes well, but there might be some other spin-off shows with the Defenders people that are coming back from the Netflix series. Like they might not do Daredevil Born Again Season 5, but they might do Heroes for Hire Season 1 or Jessica Jones Born Again Season 1 or something like that. In related Marvel TV news, in 2026, part of their schedule, they confirmed they're releasing X-Men 97 Season 2 in summer. That basically means June, and they've already renewed the show for Season 3. They've already recorded it, they're working on it, and they're talking about Seasons 4 and 5. So it sounds like we'll get many seasons of X-Men 97 Season 2. I will do a trailer video for that. It'll probably post on Monday. There was actually way more footage of that than there was of Daredevil Born Again Season 2. They also confirmed that the Vision Quest series will have a bunch of returning actors from the MCU. That won't premiere till the fall of 2026, basically around this time in 2026. When it actually comes to cameos in Spider-Man Brand New Day, Charlie Cox made it sound like he might actually cameo in that movie. Reportedly, it was just going to be Punisher. Now there might be some minor Daredevil crossover too. It would be weird if Punisher were a big character during that, but there was no Daredevil at all, right after they brought the character into the MCU proper during Spider-Man No Way Home. There's a bunch of stuff coming up, so be sure to enable alerts for my channel. Click here for my X-Men 97 Season 2 trailer video. I'll update the link as soon as I post that, and click here for all my other New York Comic Con trailer videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.